Hello guys, welcome back to the Motorcycle Garage. This is probably going to be the final episode on getting the Scrambler ready. I bloody hope so, because it's Tuesday night and I load it into a van on Thursday morning to drive it down to the Malle Mile. So there's still, it's probably not as comfortable as I would like in terms of how far through with this, but don't tell my girlfriend that because she thinks it's all sorted, but shh. So, something about not riding a bike for 4 years, and then I'm going to try and race it, but it'll be fine. So, plan today is, I mentioned last week, in the last episode, the brake pedal feels rather crap, the front brake lever. So, I've been speaking to someone that's, I work with, good guy that's given me some master cylinders that are up to scratch, probably for a far higher powered bike, probably something 600cc but sporty. So he's given me a master cylinder to try and put on and see what kind of pedal feel I get with that, and I'm just welcome to borrow it for the weekend. So he's actually given me 2 master cylinders, so quite chuffed with that. So we'll be getting that put on, try and bleed that through. I'm not going to spend any time dicking around with this, and this stuff, GoPro batteries, my favourite. So anyway, get this changed and hopefully get some good pedal feel. Time pack on, get the seat on, get these bits bonded in, take it over the road to the car park over the road, and just ride around, make sure it works and stops okay, and I'm happy enough with it. So that's probably the objectives for today. Sort out that 6-volt light for the back, put the rear back mudguard back on, and hopefully just get the whole thing, yeah, in a place where I'm comfortable shoving it into a van on Thursday morning and driving down the road. So what was I going to say? Yeah, sorry. So, obviously, yeah, life gets in the way as usual. Incredibly busy week at work, trying to get just general work sorted. So, especially with leaving earlier this week. So, yeah, I'm going to try and just put in a bit of a shift here just to try and get this sorted tonight. Brake bleeding can only be a bit of a pain in the ass from my point of view, but hopefully it goes alright tonight. I think this line is okay, but we'll see. So, get the camera set up, do a few time lapses. Ah, fuck! Just hit this. So apart from that, yeah, we'll just keep you informed as we go along. So. Damn. So, awesome, big master cylinder, but issue. The master cylinder threads on the banjo bolts are different from what I've got, and if I put it in, I'm going to have to try and put 2 hoses on, and either try and find a way to block one of the hoses. That master cylinder only needs 1 hose, so, but this one clearly comes with 2 that split somewhere, because the only bolt I've got is this banjo bolt, which is, yeah, didn't really foresee that, I don't think. Must just be a little Japanese quirk. So the only other thing I can think of is I'm going to go and have a look at the other master cylinder again, see if there's anything there as to why I don't think it's working properly. And if that's not there, then I've also maybe got an XS750 master cylinder I think I rebuilt a few years ago, which may or may not be more suitable. So I'm going to have a look for that as well. So I'll come back and film once I found these bits. Bollocks! This was the stress I needed. Right. I found my XS750 master cylinder. I actually thought I had 2 because I've obviously got 2 XS750s, but I only have 1. But whilst everything appears as though it would be quite useful, it's just the bare shell, and it's honestly been about 4 or 5 years since I've worked in that. So back to this here, checking with it, playing with it. It feels as though it's putting out significant pressure, so I don't think there's anything wrong with the piston. It might just be needing a good bleed, so I'm going to try that instead. Frustrating, but we'll see if it works and if we can get this working properly. But yeah, but I have my hopes up there. I was hoping for a much better brake. If I can get this one working, that would be ideal, but onwards. Bollocks. Alright, so something's not right, and it's like, for some reason, maybe when I pushed this piston back the other day, it's just seized, but the piston is very, very tight. So, too tight for my master cylinder to overcome, and I tried reverse bleeding, but too tight to even allow any fluid past to come up. So, even simplifying it and just seeing whether I can get fluid to go from here to here, by injecting and just taking the hose off, there was nothing. So, but when I've taken this caliper off, it's seized solid. So, got to do a little bit of work, try to figure out how to free this. Probably just work this piston out, see what's going on, give it a good clean, see if there's anything I can identify to clean it up. But Jesus Christ, I couldn't be asked doing this. This was meant to be a quick job. It never is. It's a weird one, that, yeah, it's like the piston had been pushed too far back, so hopefully I'll get it this time. Just reassemble this. The brake lines have never sat that nicely on this bike either. I always feel that the angle of the dangle, it just pokes out a little bit. It doesn't stay neat with the bike, but anyway, fingers crossed. So what I'll do now is get the top banjo bolt put on and then try and reverse bleed it, because I think that probably makes the most sense to me. I'm kind of glad I'm doing this, because the colour of the fluid that's come out is just absolutely disgusting, quite washed out, which makes me think there may be potentially a leak anyway in the system compared to the new stuff, which looks like delicious piss. So fingers crossed this works. Onwards. Much better. It's just this shitty throttle now seems to get in the way of the brake caliper, master cylinder, but figure it out. Alright, let's try and get this piece of shit reassembled and see if I can take it for a quick spin. Fucking piece of shit. Alright, flat tyres it is. Nothing's ever fucking easy, is it? This should be fun, but it's not. Sorry, neighbours. No bastard brake for some reason. Despite it being tight, it's just disappeared. Fucking piss. Piss, piss, piss. And the tyres don't feel good because I can't get any fucking air in them. This is fun. Yeah. So okay. Obviously this garage represents the chaos that's going on just now, but I need to get that sorted because in a day's time I will be loading up the van and going down to the Malle Mile. So it's a fun event. So the bike runs, goes, stops. I'm going to take loads of tools with me so I can tinker on it over the weekend as well in between races. I think it will be actually, my biggest thing is even after, wait a minute. Yeah. Master cylinder is not really playing ball. So it gets stiff and then decides not to work, which is a bit annoying. So I'm going to keep playing with that. I need to get these things bonded in, but I need to find, oh. Anyway, this isn't very good filming. So yeah, it's fine. I mean, for doing these scramble things, which will be quite good fun, it'll be just be putting around the roads in and around the place. That'll be quite good fun. But the actual races, I can't really race without a front brake. I don't know what's going on with it. It just doesn't want to be there, despite bleeding it and then bleeding it again and getting a stiff pedal. And I don't think there's any air left in that system, so I don't really know what's going on. So yeah. So if I can get a beefy master cylinder, I think I could just bully the brake into submission. So I put a request out, if anyone's got a spare one they can let me borrow for the weekend. That would be cool. Unfortunately the ones that I tried to borrow had a different thread profile. I may take them with me and try to find an alternative banjo bolt which has a, I guess it looks like it's an M8, probably an M8 fine thread rather than a coarse thread, which is on the Yamaha master cylinder. So yeah, but it's running fine. I've got something I can hop on, which is part of the objective. So video's not done yet, but I thought I'd give a little summary there. Probably do a little bit tomorrow night as I'm getting ready for going away. There's still the mudguard to put on. There's still the yeah, there's still bits and pieces to get sorted before we go. So we'll see how it goes. Till tomorrow. Okay, I've calmed down a bit. So may or may not have been out here in my pants last night. Whilst I was getting ready to go to bed, and remembered I'd left the fuel tap on, but then I also came out and took the master cylinder off, cover off, and put some zip tie around my brake pedal, and then left that overnight. So brake pedal actually feels a lot better. I've also reconfigured that hose slightly so that it's angled down the way initially as it comes out the master cylinder rather than up the way, so it's at least got a fighting chance to try and get any air out. So hopefully leaving it like that has done the job. So my dad has also managed to source me an M10 by 1mm fine thread to hopefully improve my braking with the master cylinders that my buddy gave me. So fingers crossed. So now I pick up the van tomorrow morning. Still don't know what's going on with the valves. I was able to get a fuel air pressure gauge on there, but I couldn't actually fill up the tyres, weirdly. So I'm not sure whether I've got one of these right angle tyre inflators. Just doesn't seem to want to be playing ball. I don't think there's anything wrong with the actual valve itself because I was able to register a reading. So I need to try and, once I get it loaded into the van, maybe stop at an Asda or something and just see if I can get a Tesco's or something, and just see if I can get a reading. Failing that, do it at my dad's or do it somewhere on the way down the road. But it'd be nice to try and get some air into these tyres because I think that wasn't helping yesterday's feel of the bike when I was just playing around with it. So what's next? Next is clear this shit heap around me, push the bike out, clear the shit heap around me, and then just focus on the 3 or 4 things that I can still actually do. So I'll clean myself, clear my feet, get myself psychologically in a better place because this was not helping last night. However, now that I'm on holiday, I have cracked a tinny and I'm going to just cleanse the palate a little bit of this garage and get this sorted back to normality. So I'm going to set aside a box with things that I'm going to need over this weekend. So I need to get the front skid plate on, that would be good. Get the rear mudguard on, try and see if I can get that brake thing sorted as well, see if I can get the brake running a little bit better. Weirdly I've misplaced the switch for the front brake, so I'll only have a brake light that's activated by the rear brake, but just hopefully people don't crash into me from behind. Maybe I want that. So yeah, I'll set up a time lapse and I'll stop periodically when I've done anything that's worth of note. But yeah, I feel a little bit better today having slept on it and now have a stiff pedal. Looks stiffy. Alright, see you in a bit. Okay, there's clearly quite a bit of chaos that I still need to sort out, but I'm just going to shove it in a box and see what I need. Ideally I think I need most of it, because I'm sure I'll be tinkering throughout the weekend. So different jets, I think I ordered some smaller pilot jets that have been sent to my parents' house that should hopefully arrive, but we shall see. Failing that, what I'm going to do now is get these mounted, just while I've got a bit of time. So I've got this bonded stuff, bond me, which is allegedly pretty good. So it's one of these annoying things where you're going to have to pop a tin, and I only need a really small amount of it, but I'm going to put this on the outside of these and then fit them into my 3D printed mounts, which I'm so far quite happy with. So that's what you'll see me do, and then try and get the mudguard on, try and get the front bit on, front skid plate on, and then I'll probably just call that good. I was doing a bit of dicking around with the inflation device tire inflator, which I'm not sure what the deal with that is, so yeah, I think I mentioned that earlier. So let's go get this. Ugh. What's this shit? Poison. Anthrax. Right. Also stabbed myself in the hand by one of these before, so. Oh shit. Ooh, oh fuck. Nom 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 nom. Okay, so the bike's now as ready as I can really be asked getting it ready. So they weirdly played around with the tyre valves, they sorted themselves out, so the that's good. I've actually got a heap of stuff that needs to go in boxes and get packed up, but quite happy now how far it's actually come. So I'll try and get that tail light fitted when I'm there. I've put all the tools away, ready to be packed up, so I need to cut some of the wiring a bit shorter for the tail light. So I'll get that put in place when I'm down there. So I'm pretty happy with my front brake, how it feels. It's still quite busy on that road to just be hoofing over into the other bit again, so I might just take it for a quick run tomorrow when I get to my parents' house. They've got a lane that can just kind of bum up and down, so I might try and do that. But yeah, good progress. Next step's going to be the Malle Mile, so look forward to it. Anyone who's going to be there, come say hello. You'll recognise the bike, recognise my hairy small face, and yeah. Here's to a good weekend. So next time you see me, we'll probably be getting ready for the van, and I'll upload a video after the Malle Mile with hopefully some cool footage. So until next time folks, see you later, take it easy.